Hey y'all, Brett and Cindy.
10 living. Front porch is sitting. Rocking in the rain. Well, not winter, but
no, it's not winter.
that song just popped in my head. Rocking in the winter under the. It's supposed to be walking, but I'm rocking.
Since you did bring that up, I checked the weather today and it's definitely 2020. Our weather has changed again. We've got another week of good weather. Oh, Friday night is a chance of frost. It's 38. That's borderline here. It could be 36 or it could be 40 or who knows what it's really going to do. I know it's an estimate, but it's been a pretty long October not to have a frost here yet. We usually have a light one, but this when you think everything's good, it'll come a light frost and kill off tomatoes and beans and all the little frail stuff.
Yeah, we were just talking. We have 6 or 7 little cucumbers right along right here, all in a line.
Our front porch cucumbers are doing good.
Oh wait, that's not 2. That's just 1. I thought that was 2.
That's a tie where it pulls and tries to tie on something. But the garden's still growing. I broke beans this afternoon. I shelled peas this afternoon. I picked tomatoes. Something else in the garden. We're still going through all that stuff. Built shelves yesterday to hold all the canned goods we've been making extra. We've still got a pretty good going garden for October. I probably got a gallon and a half of beans and close to a gallon of peas and 8 or 10 tomatoes today. Ain't bad at all.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
We've let the okra grow. It's still growing, but I can't handle anymore. I gave it away. I froze it. I've canned it. I've cooked it. Now it's sitting out there growing seed. That's my excuse. I'm making seed. We planted some trees. That was another thing.
I said we did something else.
We planted 2 pawpaws. I finally got the 2 pawpaws in the ground. 2 more apple trees. And our kiwi. We put our kiwi out here next to the house. We decided we put it on the southern side of the house and kind of protect it some. It's finally doing really good and we want it to continue. Hopefully we'll get some kiwis next year. It'll be kind of strange in Tennessee, but
A little bit.
we got figs coming in. That's the other thing. I forgot to go check them this afternoon. I've got a handful. I've got about a dozen off of it so far. But they're loaded. They're absolutely loaded with figs, so I hope I can. I'd like to have a few pint jars of figs and simple syrup. I think was the last one I watched.
Pear preserves.
Well, we made pear preserves yesterday. Some of the best pears I've ever seen off this tree.
It's a tree at his grandmother's house.
It was a tree at my grandmother's house. She never got to see them big of pears.
No. That's the biggest pears I've ever seen off that tree.
And there's a few pints of them. We worked on the house trailer.
What about a bush? We planted a bush outside the house, the window. Can't remember what it was.
That's kiwi.
Is that the kiwi? Okay. I can't remember what it was. I just know you said it was going to be big.
And we worked on the trailer, the house trailer we're trying to tear down. We finally got time to tear some more roof off and burn it.
We got half the roof burnt.
Well, it had 3 roofs on it. So since the 50s, they've done some remodeling.
We got half of it burned.
We're having to tear and beat and pull the truck and burn lots of it up because there's so much of it. I don't know how the little house trailer held all that up.
Me either.
It's bound to have been built a lot better in the 50s than what we realized. The second roof was sawmill 2x4s and 2x6s, and it had shingles and it had plywood or something on top of that, and it had a tin roof on top of that one. I don't know how it stood.
Me either. I'd love to have said that we had that completely hauled off, but no. We still got probably another week's worth of working on it. We also worked on our grandbaby's room. We tore a wall out, tore sheetrock and stuff off the wall, and put a new sheetrock on it. We didn't get very far, but it was just one afternoon, so we got to get the rest of that finished.
We've been on fall break. I guess we need to include that idea. We've been off all last week.
Yes.
We haven't had a break, but we've been off all week.
It is time for us to go on break about going back to work. I was telling Samantha today, it seems like I work harder when we are home. Well, it's different. I went to work with Samantha today at the motel in town. When she's a housekeeper there, and lady that normally I helped her this summer because they were down to just her, and so they were looking for help. So I worked with her a couple months this summer, and I told them, I said, if you really need help, you can call me, but I don't hold out to do stuff like that very long. Well, they were in a bind because one of the people was sick, and the other one couldn't come in today. So Samantha, it was a big weekend. They had a bunch of rooms that needed to be cleaned, so I went in and helped her today. And I told her, I said, "Whew, I'll be glad to go back to school tomorrow." She's like, "Why?" I said,
I go back to work.
I gotta go back to work to rest. I said, my job is mentally strenuous and stressful and hard, and it's hard on me mentally, but it sure ain't hard on me physically. But when I'm home, I do a lot of physical work, and I get tired.
If you've seen our video, we planted onions. We planted some onion bulbs that I had bought back in spring.
Oh yeah.
And we decided to experiment. We put them in the bottom of the refrigerator, bottom drawer, the crisper drawer, I think is what it says on it.
I think so too.
But we put them in. I didn't include all this information the other day. I put them in paper sacks. I put a paper towel on the bottom just in case any liquid might have got down in it or something leaked. But I rolled it up, put it in the very bottom of the drawer, and left them. Hadn't opened them, hadn't looked at them, not the last week. They had some yellow stems. They actually did try to grow a little bit while they was in there.
Yeah.
But we just got probably 10 inches of rain the last 2.5 days.
Oh yeah.
Real slow, nice, wonderful weather for garden. I mean, it soaked the ground really good, didn't wash nothing. They're green this morning. When I came out and looked in the garden, all them little onions are starting to poke up. So you can keep onion bulbs from the spring to the fall if you keep them really cold, but do not freeze them. Freezing them kills them, from what I've been told. But if you keep them in the bottom refrigerator, they stay about 34 or 38 degrees. That's not frozen. It's just really cold. It slows them down, keeps them from breaking down and rotting or drying up, or there's enough moisture down there they don't dry up.
You talk about experiment. We're trying something else over here with our hazelnut bush too.
Yeah, we
You took a couple of limbs off of the hazelnut, not limbs, but
suckers.
Yeah, and we're trying to grow a hazelnut bush from suckers.
Well, we got one on the other side of the porch. I started one last year off of it, a sucker, and it survived. It's small, and these are small suckers. I picked kind of the small ones out. But so far they look good. The big one ain't as good as the little one, but
it'll come around.
Since we got hazelnuts off this one this year, we're hoping to get a third or a fourth one growing. So maybe another one will become the female bush and put on more hazelnuts. Or one of them will swap out to be the male bush. Or
Who knows?
I don't know how they went in or work that argument, but I'm hoping we get more than one female bush and we get more hazelnuts. However they want to work it out.
We also took the air conditioners out of the window.
Took air conditioners out. We use window units, so we took all them out, closed all the windows off.
Yeah.
Got them ready for winter.
Mow yards.
Mowed grass. Cleaned up the garden, pulled tomato vines and pulled fence wire. And
rolled up the wires and put the posts and stuff away. Folded up the ground cover and put that away.
Oh, that was a job.
That was a job. Oh, yes.
We planted kale and we planted collard greens and well, I don't know why we didn't get a camera out for all this.
I don't either.
Our pots are doing good, our self-wicking pots. We got a Cushaw squash actually started. It's about the size of your pinky, but As long as the weather stays good, maybe we can finish it off in the greenhouse. I don't know. We do have a small greenhouse, but it's not big enough to change your mind in. You have to go outside and change your mind, but we could slide that pot in the tomato pot and maybe get 4 in it.
Maybe. We'll have to move some stuff around.
Well, that's where your solar dryer is.
Yeah. That's our solar dryer shed.
It's close to the shop, so it's easier to put it in there.
Did some solar panel maintenance.
We readjusted their solar panels. If you got adjustable panels, it's the time of the year here we have to adjust them down. I'm actually a little late. I should have already done it, but we changed the angle to the winter angle, the really steep angle. I can't remember what it is, but it's
About like that.
a really steep degree. Yeah.
About like that.
Yeah, those technical amounts, but I set it with the sun. I done it the real high-tech way. I took a magic marker and I made a line on the pole. When I crank up the little electric motor that moves it, I line it up with the paint marker or the magic marker line on the side of the post.
One says winter, one says summer.
One says summer.
In the winter you go to winter, in the summer you go to summer.
Well, it's wrote on there. October to April and May to whatever.
Yeah.
August. Yeah, I had to think on that one. It's been a long day.
Oh, it is something. I
Probably
caught all
right.
the laundry up. That seems like a never-ending chore.
When you hang your clothes out, yeah, it becomes a bigger chore.
When your washer runs on solar, it becomes a bigger chore.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get it done before the rain hits, or you don't get it done.
And your washer runs on solar, and the sun still dries the clothes.
Yeah.
Whether you use the solar dryer or not, it's not warm enough really for the solar dryer.
Not anymore.
It just ain't. It ain't efficient when it's not really hot out. July and August, it works pretty well.
Oh yeah, July and August you can dry clothes real quick and in a hurry. But I didn't use it that much this year because being home, I kept all the laundry caught up all year. Usually I use the solar dryer when my clothesline gets full. That's usually when I use it. If I have the clothesline full, I'll throw a load in the solar dryer.
Know something else we did? We built the compost bin in our little garden.
Yeah.
Another thing we should have got the camera out for.
Well, we can on the other two that we still need to build around the big garden.
That's true. That was an experiment to see how it works. So we'll have to get
I
some
kind of
more
like
kids.
it.
I think it'll be fine.
I want to paint it though. The blue and the whatever other color that skid boards are. We use pallets, and one of them's painted, one of them's not, and one of them looks like somebody wanted to paint but didn't paint. Kind of thinking maybe I should paint them all. You know, kind of give them a protective coat since they're out in the weather.
We'll probably do a video when we plant our onions from seed. They're up, I don't know, 6-7 inches tall now. I'll probably give them another week, try to get them out before it gets really cold. But the tractor pulls is coming Saturday, so there won't be nothing going on here.
No.
We'll be busy. Before, during, and after busy. Our son does some flagging, so he wants us on the other side where there's a gate where he can go in and out. And his mama can serve him, I'm sure.
So
bring him drinks and bring him food. And
well, you see, that's where he's going to park his truck. And if I want to sit in the back end of his truck and watch the pool, I got to go over there. Maybe. I don't know. It's just been different this year.
Welcome to 2020.
You know, the other day,
It hasn't been a bad year, really.
Samantha reminded me of this little post she saw on Facebook. I remember seeing it when she said about it. But after some of the stuff that's going on this year, I don't know if it ain't a little more accurate. There's a little post with God talking to Gabriel about all the trials and the tribulations that he wanted done in the decade of 20s, the 2020 decade. And he goes, yeah, so I did them. He goes, wait, did you say 20 decade? He's like, yes, the 2020s decade. Oh, you didn't want them all in just 2020? Yeah. Because it feels like a bunch of junk is going on this year.
It's been a good year here, other than, the virus and all that business. We're not monetized, so we can say the word.
Well, I mean, it actually,
For the
for
most part,
us,
it's been a good year.
has been a really good year because we've had time to do things around here that we didn't normally want to do because we got out of school in March and didn't go back till September.
Got a lot of work done.
Well, the end of August.
We haven't had COVID. As far as I know, anybody in the family hasn't had it. So
We've been blessed there too.
of course, we stay home, and it's a small community, so
We,
it ain't like we're going to any big stores unless we can drive somewhere.
after my last Ugga, they asked, women I worked with asked what caused it, and I said, well, I kind of went to Walmart. They told me I didn't know to go to Walmart no more. One of them even offered to do my shopping for me. Just keep me out of Walmart. I told him, I'm sorry, gotta go at least once a month.
Yeah.
We go up there. That's about how often we go to the big city. Once a month. Well, we tried to avoid the big cities. Ugh, we gotta go to Columbia this month though. Ugh.
She's probably going to sleep on the way to Columbia. Because their Walmart trip ain't but 30 miles and one way, and Columbia's what, 50-something miles?
60.
60 miles?
Nearly 60 miles.
Yeah, she'll be wore out by the time we get there.
Yeah, I don't ride in vehicles. When we went to the Homesteaders picnic, my head was messed up by the time we got there. Just from the traffic. I wish I did know a way of controlling them, or at least fix them. But I don't know how, and so far the doctors haven't come up with a fix for it yet. And just patiently waiting on the Lord, and I'm sure there's a reason He's got me in this situation, so not quite sure why. But if I knew why, then I might know more of it than I need to know.
We need to plant our big onions and
Delissa Craig's. Is that the one? Is that the?
That's the big onion.
Oh, those taste so good. You wouldn't think an onion that's as big as my two hands would taste so good.
You know, hot onion at all. It's sweet.
Oh, it's sweet. It's wonderful. I love them. We put onion in everything. About like those pizzas. That video we made the other day about the pizza. Oh, those pizzas are so good.
We're gonna make another cooking video.
Ooh. We gotta cook our sketty squash one night.
And I've got the stuff in the refrigerator. I gotta do a cooking video. About all the stuff the other day. It's a simple one. No, I'm not mentioning it out loud.
Oh, okay, now I know what you're talking about. It's taking me a minute. There is one thing that you and I don't need to be doing no more that we've learned this week. We have a big weakness of M&Ms.
Yeah, we're going to have to quit buying them things.
Yeah, I ate that whole bag we bought today at lunch. I looked at Samantha and I said, well, she said, are you ready to get back up? And I was like, yeah, I got to work off these M&Ms. I just ate this whole bag. I only meant to eat half of it and bring the other half home. By the time we got done talking, the bag was empty. We were taking us a break.
Mm-hmm.
She said, let's sit down for, I think we sat down for like 5-10 minutes. She was getting hungry. So she hadn't had lunch. It was about 1:30, I guess.
It was my daddy's birthday today, so I had to go see him.
Get some fatherly advice.
We won't share that on here.
Well, I mean, he's by himself,
different.
and he's getting to the point where he's getting to the age where he doesn't remember the stories, I guess he tells you, or he just loves them so much that he tells them over and over. He tells a lot of the same stories, but that's okay. I do too.
He's teaching your son a few things too.
Oh yes, he's teaching my son about what it's like to be a man, I guess.
He's giving Grandpa's idea of dating.
Yes. He's giving him dating advice. I'm not too sure I like, but hey, it's bonding time for them two.
He's just going to have to look over some of it.
It was so cute this morning. I went by to visit the children's church at church this morning. And, of course, you know, with COVID and everything, they have the hand sanitizer. They got the little temperature check when you said getting up early. You know, I'm getting ready to go back to the temperature check. It was so cute. One of the little fellers, he's like 3 or 4 year old, little bitty feller, is already so used to the temperature check at kids' church. He was standing there beside the lady who was doing checking them all in, and he was just standing there. And she's like, "Oh, how cute! He's waiting on me." And she takes his temperature, and in he goes. And I'm like, "That is so cute. He's only this big, and he's already used to the temperature check."
That's what it's for.
But he was just standing there, waiting on her, because she was, you know, writing down writing down names and writing down something else and talking to another parent. And he just stood there all sweet and cute. She looks down, she goes, "Oh yeah." He's
learning control early in life.
He's just waiting on his temperature to get checked. It was just so sweet. I was like, he done got this down, don't he?
They do it everywhere now.
Oh yeah, everywhere you can go anywhere without getting temperature checked.
Mask required. No, I don't like a mask.
I don't either, but I wear one out of courtesy to others. I thought that was pretty funny tonight when you looked at your niece and say, "So you deal with snot all day." Mm-hmm. Our niece is, what'd she call herself? What kind of biologist is that? She had a big fancy title. But basically, she works in a lab, and she runs COVID tests all day. That's what she does all day long.
She said it's backed up. She said it looks like a production line. She said they run so many tests a day. She said it's literally a production line. It ain't a lab no more.
No.
Well, she has job security.
I told her, yeah, job security.
She ain't gonna run out of anything big for a while.
She said, "Yeah, I'll have job security even after this is over." I said, "I don't know if that ever will be. At the rate it's going."
Wind this thing down. We've been out here a while.
We have?
Yep.
Huh. Well, I enjoy sitting on the porch rocking. So,
I think it's getting late. We're gonna have to wind this thing down.
Oh yeah.
Time to get in the house and get ready for work tomorrow.
Yeah, it is.
Go to bed.
And think about the other things that we need to get accomplished in the weeks to come. Oh, there's other videos we need to be making.
Yeah.
Got to remember to make the compost bin video.
Cooking video.
And we got to have the seedlings
Gotta plant the
planting.
onions.
So just be watching. There's more videos to come.
I might have to take the camera down there and put the figs. I hope y'all enjoyed this.
Have a great evening.
God bless.